Hey guys, by Two Angel Wings back, and I've recently got into Destiny 2 with all the news and excitement that's going to be happening on that. So I thought I'd make a video about why I'm enjoying Destiny 2 right now and why I think you should jump in before the new update goes with Beyond Light and everything that's happening with that. So, if you don't know what Destiny 2 is, Destiny 2 falls in your looter shooter genre of running around killing things to get loot drops for better gear and better weapons. One of the couple things that I like about Destiny 2 is it has cross save, so you can play on your PC and then you can switch over to a console, either Xbox or PlayStation, and you don't have to regrind for the same things. It will just transfer your gear over. It is only cross save though, so you can't play across platforms, but if you have friends on PC, you can play with them, and then if you have friends on consoles, you can switch over to play with them. Also, it has a seasonal model where you get new things that you can do each season while they balance the game, which is a lot of fun. And they also have been doing a lot of events. Right now, we have an event that ends this week that has been giving us a lot of good armor pieces with good rolls. So that's been a lot of fun to get some new endgame gear without having to do all the difficult content. One of the things that I also like about Destiny 2 is it's just got a wide variety of different game modes that everybody can play whatever they want to do. So they have story modes, which currently there are 5 campaigns that you can play through. They each have their story for a very well built world that Destiny 2 has going for it. There's also patrol zones. These are kind of your average zones that lots of people can go in and do their own thing. You've got the public events that you can do. You've got shorter story missions to help fill out the world, and then there's enemies that you can continue to fight if you want to explore the world and find hidden things. You can do those. There's also strike missions, which are missions that can take up to 3 people, which you have a story that you run through and then a final boss at the end. And then you have more difficult strikes once a week. They have a strike that they put more difficult enemies in and can scale up to higher levels, and that's called a Nightfall. And these are where you can get some of your high-end late game materials for helping get good stat rolled weapons and armor and improve the ones that you have. There's also your PvP, which is your Crucible, and this is where you can go and fight against other players. And then it's also got more competitive versions in the Crucible. You've got Trials of Osiris, which is the big one right now, where the goal is to win 7 games in a row without losing to get the highest rewards for that. There's also Gambit, if you want to do something competitive but you don't want to shoot other people. It's a race to defeat a environmental enemy, which while your team tries to do that one at a time, you can go invade the enemy team and try to stop them from doing it and set them back. I've been having a lot of fun with that, but with the new changes, that's going to be changed. So it'll be cool to see what happens with Gambit. And then you've got raids and dungeons. Raids are 6-man activities that have some problem solving / puzzles that you need to do while fighting enemies, and they are what's known to be the pinnacle endgame activity for difficulty, and one of the things that draws me in a lot. And then dungeons are the 3-player max version where they have kind of mini raids is the way I think about them. They also have puzzles and challenges that if you want to, you can do them all on your own. So those are a lot of fun to figure out how to solve and stuff like that. Destiny's loot system is pretty simple. You're just going for those legendary exotic traps. The reason why you do that is because for armor, these are going to have the best amount of stats, and for guns, these are going to have the most amount of available perks that you'll be able to get. Each piece of gear has a light level. That's going to be the number you see next to most of the gear. The light level only really matters in high difficulty content. So if you're not doing the end of the game content, you don't have to worry about that too much. But that's going to be for things like the Nightfalls, Trials of Osiris, doing your dungeons and your raids. And then for Gambit, when you're doing the invading, that also uses your light level. All light level does is it scales a percentage of the damage you deal and the damage you take. So if you're under the light level of the person you're fighting, you're going to deal less and take more, and then if you're over, you're going to take less and deal more. One of the reasons that I'm making this video now is there's a lot of big things coming up with the new expansion, but also the new expansion is taking a lot of these things away, so I wanted to get this video out there. So if there are some things you wanted to do before you could go away, then you could get that done. So what's coming up is we've got the Beyond Light expansion. It's introducing a new element. So currently we only have 3 elements, which are Solar, Arc, and Void. And we are getting a new one called Stasis, which is going to bring 3 new subclasses, 1 to each class. And they have a totally different style of tree, so there'll be a lot of interesting things to happen on that. We're also getting a new planet of Europa, which is coming with a new raid, which is always a big excitement for the Destiny community because there's always a race to get the raid done first with your team of 6 people. And then there's a lot of things going away, so all of our starting planets that we have out, most of them are going. This includes Mercury, Mars, Titan, and Io. Some of those are a lot of people's favorites, and because those planets are going away, the first 3 campaigns are going away. These are Red War, Curse of Osiris, and Warmind. And currently these are all free-to-play campaigns. So if you're interested in those, you want to finish those up, I believe there's going to be a little less than 70 days left when I'm putting out this video before those are going to go away. As well as all the free-to-play raids are going away. This includes Leviathan, Eater of Worlds, and Spire of Stars. And then 2 more raids that you have to, I believe the Forsaken expansion is for both of these, which gives you Scourge of the Past and Crown of Sorrows. And then the other main things going away are the Menagerie and Black Armory. Lots of people don't like these, but lots of people like them. I am in heavy favor of both of them, so I am sad that they're going away. But I will make sure I can get everything done that I need to before they end up going away. And so this is going to be my first video of why I think you should play Destiny 2, and my next video will be an introduction to Destiny. I'll go over classes, subclasses, the different types of guns, what to look for in equipment, and then all the different stats for everything. So I hope to see you then. That should be out later this week. Have a great day.
We just met the biggest Vex Cyclops I've ever seen, and we cracked it in half.
Oh, Dendron, right. You're so good at cleaning up Osiris's messes. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again. Now get out of there before the simulation shuts down.